April is one of the months of the year starting with A appropriately meant one thing for me, which anyone who knows the channel can probably guess what that is, but with a few smaller things out during the month as well, it wasn't the only JRPG related thing I consumed last month that gives me a few things to talk about in this video. While I did spend plenty of time synthesizing and getting to know a certain mysterious trilogy, I also finished another fun game with a darker tone that I'm considering going back and getting the platinum for, and I also watched a lot of the JRPG anime out at the moment that I've already managed to get behind on, but nonetheless enjoyed seeing in a new form. It was a month of experiencing some great games, whether they were brand new or in updated form, so with some great things to talk about, here are the JRPGs I played in April. The thing I was most excited to play in April was the Atelier Mysterious Trilogy DX, considering how much I've fallen in love with this series over the years and how much I've enjoyed the previous deluxe packs, and with this title being JRPG of the month, I think it's safe to say I enjoyed this pack too, with my time with Atelier Sophie DX being a great way to jump into the mysterious world again with a lovable new character to explore with. I'd already played Atelier Lydie and Suelle before, so I already knew Sophie a little and some of the characters from her game, but being able to play through her interesting story of learning alchemy from a talking book for the first time was really fun, especially thanks to the many charming characters in her world like the adorable and sleepy Corneria and the begrudging clockmaker Harold that has so many great lines I found myself screenshotting throughout my journey. I'm talking about Sophie in the past tense because I actually finished it recently, but it was through April I had the bulk of my journey with it, and in that time I enjoyed discovering its world and its many places and events as they popped up while learning more about its mysteries, and right after I finished, I'd made sure to draft my review because I was so excited to continue the story in the next one, but that was this month, so I won't talk more about that just yet, but I hope you guys will look forward to hearing my more detailed Atelier Sophie thoughts soon. As for the rest of the games in the trilogy, in April I made the decision not to touch Firis at all until I finished Sophie, as despite the fact I knew I was going to make a video on the Mysterious Trilogy, I didn't want to ruin that fun moment of meeting the new protagonist for the first time and seeing the connections to the first game, but I did jump into Lydie and Suelle DX for a little bit to see some of its DX changes, and while there weren't that many in the first hour, it was really fun to return to the world that helped start my current Atelier addiction as the first game I played from the series, and that nostalgia, along with wanting to see the new Nelcake content, solidified the fact that I'll be doing another full playthrough of it in its DX form, and I'm looking forward to talking about it and its extra content once I get to it in the near future. For now though, after this video, I'll be getting on to making my Sophie review and playing the rest of the trilogy, and I'm happy to say that both returning to and experiencing parts of this world for the first time was really fun and a good reminder of why I love this relaxing and charming series so much, even in a slightly older trilogy, and I'm definitely looking forward to talking more about it soon to share more of what's great about these colorful and mysterious Atelier games. To take a slight left turn from the happy and positive vibes of Atelier, another game I played in April was Poison Control, a JRPG about purging poison from hell to earn stickers to get to heaven with a charming poisonette sharing your character's body. And while it had a few problems here and there, it was ultimately an experience I enjoyed a lot thanks to the many things that made it good. Its script was really well written and localized that allowed me to enjoy all of its twisted stories and its quick dungeons a lot. Its music and style made purging poison and taking down clushes really enjoyable in spite of its performance issues, and the different battle and shooting style was fun enough in the first half of the game, especially with its dungeons having different ways to find the unique bullets hidden within them. But the part I looked forward to seeing most was a story that I liked enough to get more of its endings after I finished, and for some reason, I also thought of this game the other day when I was looking for a game to de-stress with, which I think might be because I'm only a few trophies away from getting its platinum, and sucking the poison out of hells to do this seems like it could be relaxing in its own kind of way, so while I did point out some of its problems in my review, it's still a game that has remained on my PS4 and that I might play with more in future. Since it's been a little bit since its release, I'm curious if any more of you guys have picked it up, so feel free to let me know in the comments, but for now, we'll see if it pulls me in enough to play with it a little bit more, and in any case, I'm glad this quirky and colorful JRPG gave me mostly what I wanted out of it. While I didn't get into any smartphone JRPGs in April, there were a few smaller JRPG-related experiences that I had plans to look at, and those were the 3 JRPG anime that started airing last month. Those anime are Blue Reflection Ray, The World Ends With You the Animation, and 7 Nights Revolution, all of which I watched and enjoyed the first episodes of in their first week, and while I got pulled out of them fairly quickly as I received the Atelier Mysterious Trilogy DX not long after that, I've come back to 2 out of 3 of them since, and definitely plan to play catch-up with all of them at some point, as sitting down to watch them has been a pleasant experience every time. I should note that I'm watching them all in Japanese at the moment, as I haven't taken the time to get a VPN yet, although I really should. But if I was to rank them in order of how much I'm enjoying each one, I'd go The World Ends With You, Blue Reflection Ray, and 7 Nights Revolution, and would say I feel positive about all of them so far. I think I'm enjoying The World Ends With You animation most at the moment, probably because it's the easiest to understand since it's mostly based off events that happen in the game that I finished. That means I'm able to relax more and not be as confused by the Japanese, but I'm also surprised how much I'm enjoying Blue Reflection Ray since I had a few concerns about its animation, as in pictures it didn't look as high quality as Mel Kishida's original illustrations for the character designs, but they make up for it so much in other ways, like with the transformation sequences and its cool looking warped version of reality, so I'm definitely enjoying it visually and the story from what I can understand, although I do think I'll benefit from subtitles when I come back to it, but it was also the first one I came back to out of the 3, so I definitely enjoyed it regardless. I also enjoyed the 7 Nights Revolution anime, even if it was a little different to what I expected, but I was pleasantly surprised how much I liked its music and how it's set in a magic academy so far. It'll probably be the last one I get to watching just because I'm a little more excited for the other 2, but the first episode has me interested enough to intend to get to it at some point. It will just probably be after the others. As someone who often wishes they had more time to catch up on anime, it was really nice to have these JRPG related ones be an excuse to watch some, and even if I watched only about 5 episodes at most, I enjoyed all of them, and I'm looking forward to hopefully playing catch up with them throughout the month. Feel free to let me know what you thought of these so far if you watched them too, and hopefully I'll have more to say about them next month as I continue watching. May has already begun, and in its first week I managed to finish Atelier Sophie DX and draft my review for it, so I already have some work to do, and on top of this there are a few more related things I'll be playing a lot, and I'm hoping to get some time for new releases too. My main goal is to try and finish my Atelier Mysterious Trilogy DX journey, which I think I'll either do or at least get close to doing this month, considering I'm already a fair bit into Firis and have already played Lydie and Soul once before and have more experience with Atelier now, so hopefully I'll get through it a little quicker because of that. It just depends how long its extra Nelke content is, which I'm very much looking forward to getting to. As much as I'll be taking the appropriate amount of time to play and enjoy these games, I do have a little bit of hope that it won't take too long, as there are a couple of releases coming out this month that I'd be interested to play. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne's HD Remaster comes out on the 25th, and I really like the look of it, and as a Persona fan, I've had plans to get into Shin Megami Tensei at some point, so if I can finish everything before then, I'd really like to give it a try, especially with how cool it looks. Also coming out in May is Void Terrarium++ for PS5 that I'm very unlikely to play if my luck in PS5 raffles continues to be 0, but I had to at least mention it as I adored the original, so if you have a PS5 and haven't tried Void Terrarium, I definitely recommend it if you like roguelikes and the feeling of caring for things Tamagotchi style, and those looking to pick it up can look forward to seeing it out on the 18th. My main goal for the month will be trying to finish those Atelier games before Shin Megami Tensei 3 HD comes out though, so we'll see how that goes, but more importantly, I'm already having fun with these games, which is what matters most, so whether you're playing or continuing something in May, I hope you enjoy what you're playing or planning to play as another month of fun JRPGs continues. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you played in April and what you plan to play this month. You can like and share this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more JRPG content like this, and ring that bell to get notifications on whenever I post so you don't miss a thing. You can check out more videos here, and you can find me on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at JRPG Jungle. Links to those will be in the description below, and until next time, thank you, bye!